Hello, it's Miss Easterly. I'm going to go through how to use a Google Drawing if you wanted to do a digital create a continent. The first thing I would do is change the background. Typically, we have oceans being blue, so if you hit Control or Command and you click the background, background, you can change it to any shade of blue you want, and that would be an awesome set. You can also grab the corner and you can make it bigger if you wish. So looking at my checklist, I'm going to have a title at the top. I have to make it large and colorful, and there's a whole list of things you need to get full credit. So first I'm going to add a text box to create my title at the top. I'm going to fill it in white so that you can actually see it. You can change the font here. You can change the size if you want. I'm going to change it to 18, and I'm going to center my text. And I'm going to call this continent my heart continent. I'm going to use a heart as an example, which means that you should not be using a heart because y'all should not be copying me. All right, so I'm going to go to shape, and I'm looking and I don't see a heart shape in any of these options. So I'm going to have to free draw. Oh wait, no, there's a heart right here. Boom. So I'm going to choose a heart. If I didn't want to choose this heart and I wanted to do a free drawing, what I would do instead is hit the line and hit scribble, and then I can draw my own heart. This is a little harder to do. You have to have better motor skills, and you would have to be able to maybe use a mouse to do this. So I'm just going to use a pre-selected shape and make my life easier. And there's a bunch of shapes you can choose. It depends on your style and your theme for your continent. So anyways, I'm going to make a heart. I want it to fit up mostly the whole page so it's nice and big. That's our second requirement on our checklist anyways. I think my heart continent should be red. I'm going to go with the dark red, and I might change it up, but we'll start off here. So number 3 says I need to have a golf, and I got to name it. So how you are able to create a golf is it takes a little skill, but if I'm going to have my golf be here, I'm going to just cut part of the heart out, because a golf, remember, it's like an inlet area that the bay goes into. So in order to erase this part of the heart, I'm going to hit scribble. I'm going to make my scribble really large, and I can change the background color to blue so it looks like it kind of blends into the background. So I'm going to keep scribbling around here, and I'm going to change the weight, and I'm going to change the color. I'm going to make the weight a little bigger, and you can kind of start seeing how you can erase the background. So what does that look like? I still have to fix some of it. Once again, this is way easier with a mouse. I'm using my touchpad on my laptop. Let's see if that works. Make that blue, make that big. Okay, that's good enough for this tutorial. If I wanted to go through and make this really beautiful, I could. So I'm going to label the golf, and I'm going to call it Heartbreak Golf, or the Gulf of Heartbreak. Either one works. I'm going to make this white so you can see it. And I've labeled my golf, and now I have one thing done on my checklist. I also have to have 2 rivers. So I'm just going to scribble the rivers. I'm going to have one start here, and I'm just going to have it meander down to the ocean. I'm going to change it to like a nice blue so you can see it from far away. And I'm going to have another heart here, or excuse me, another river right there. So I got to name my 2 rivers. I'm going to call this river, I'm going to change that to white, River of Love. And then I'm going to also add a text box so I can name my other river. And I'm going to call this River of Romance. So you see I'm sticking to a theme, and I'm making all my geographical features match that theme as well. So you're basically just going to go through the whole checklist. and make sure that you have everything on there. I'm just going to quickly go over how to do a map legend or a map key. I think the best way to do that is to insert a table. So I'm going to insert it. It's going to get huge. I'm going to make it little, and I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to fill it white. Oops, here we go. And I'm going to change the lines to black so you can see them. I'm going to have my first symbol. I'm going to insert a picture of a tree, and that will represent my forest. And I've got to make this real itty bitty. Got to make it even smaller. So the person knows that when they're looking at my map, a tree equals a forest. And I'm going to come up with 4 other symbols that go on my map legend or map key. So that's quickly how to use some basic functionings in Google Drawing. If you have any questions, obviously let me know in person. You can also Google it and research it on the internet. There's a lot of other tutorials out there to help you. So I hope you complete this project. And once again, do not copy me. Do a different theme than Heart Continent.